Hey, ciao, ciao. Here, I'm just getting out of the house. And you can see kind of how busy it is. There's people wandering. And yeah, look at all this. Blotto. Anyway, you can go to cafes today. You can go to the gym today. You can go to restaurants today. And so I'm going to smoke today. What is it? And you can see these tables here. Usually those are jam-packed full. But now, there's not that many people. I'll show you when I get to my bar. Hey, shouts out, people. Man, look at me. I'm finally able to smoke. One thing in my life that I absolutely love more than anything else is smoking nargila, you know? I've got mint and forest fruit. I've got a cold beer. I'm in my little bar here. Here in Novi Sad. Svetozara Miletića Pet. Horace Nargila Bar. Best shisha here in the city of Novi Sad. There's only really like 4 different nargila bars here in the city. This is the best. You know, they make the best nargila. It's roughly, this is the setup for those of you who don't know what shisha is. They call it shisha, the Arabs. We call it hookah in the USA. It's tobacco, flavored tobacco. You got those 3 coals on top to heat it. Water down there. Oh, it's just so relaxing. Anytime I go out with my friends, I mean, this is my seat typically here. This one, that one, a little wrap around. And this is usually where I sit here. Restrooms there. And I usually just sit here with my friends. Me and my friends come in here. This is where I'm always at. We'll sit in here. Honestly, I get in here after work, like maybe maybe 4 o'clock. I don't sit in here till midnight till they close. I mean, it just depends. I know so many people, so I'll be in here with one friend, and then they'll leave, and then somebody else I see comes in, I sit, and I'll smoke 3 or 4 of those in a day. I'm gonna go to Belgrade, same thing. Me and my buddy Uroš will sit in a nargila bar for 4 hours, you know. Definitely my favorite thing to do with my free time. I know it's not the healthiest, as you can tell, but yeah, you know, it's a great way to just socialize with my friend here. My friend is this today. There's not that many people. There's only one other group over there by the window. And I was just talking to the waiters in here. They're really awesome people. He said the way they have it set up here, inspection came, and the inspection came early this morning. They said, okay, you know, just try to make sure people are 2 meters apart. So they have this table available, that little table. Can you see it? No. Just like in the middle of that big couch, there's going to be one seat, and then those guys at the end, and one little seat over there is available, but that's it, you know. So how these restaurants here and bars and anything here in Serbia are going to make money, I mean, God only knows. Downstairs, they've got like maybe 5 spots for people. I mean, so they're not going to make much money. So I don't know how much longer this is going to last, or how these businesses can even stay in business. If this is going to last, you know, months, I mean, how are these businesses going to even be able to afford to pay their employees and pay their rent and their expenses? I mean, it won't even be worth it, you know? So, I don't know. Anyway, my friends, I'm going to get back to my Spotify here. My Spotify playlist, my rest and relaxation. And then later today, well, no, I can't today because we do close. I mean, they do have like curfew still at 6 o'clock. that's until Thursday. And then the state of emergency is being lifted on Thursday. And so after Thursday, we could stay out till whenever. So I was going to go to another bar with my buddy Milos, but I'm not going to today because I'm just going to take advantage of this smoke and go get something good quality food to eat. And I'll go out tomorrow too. So anyway, that's what's up here in Novi Sad, Serbia. We're free. Still not a lot of people out. I mean, you saw, I showed you in the city center. So people are still being decent. Ciao. Hey, ciao, my friends. How you doing? Oh, man, I get a headache. I smoked 2 of those nargilas, and if I don't smoke for a while, and I smoke, it just like goes right to my head and just boom, boom, boom. So I got like a massive headache. But anyway, I'm absolutely thrilled that the restaurants open today, the bars opens, the gyms, almost everything here in Serbia is opening. It's a slow return to normalcy here. And still people were okay. As you saw in the video, there's not just tons and tons. Typically, Novi Sad, this time of year on a beautiful day like today, it would have been just packed with people. Every single outdoor seat would have been taken, but you could see still a lot of folks are not out and about. So that's a good thing, I guess, you know. And I, stupidly, I have not been social for a long time. I go into the bar, I shook hands with like 5 people from in the bar to when I came out of the bar, walking down the street. I saw a lot of people. Stupid. But after the fact, when I say, hey, what's up? Damn, you know, they did the same thing. People did that. I mean, it's just hard to remember. Or hard to remember to not do that, you know. You just like Prince Charles. I saw him. He went somewhere and he goes, and then the other person goes, oh, you know, I mean, it's very difficult for me. I'm very touchy, you know. So I did shake hands with 5, I think it was 4 or 5 people. I didn't do any hugs or kisses, though. I was good with that. But I came home, washed my hands, washed my phones, this one, that one, and the other one that I had with me. So now, if you can hear something here, I'm cooking. I was going to eat out today, but I actually made beans. I put them on like about noon because I forgot I had them here. I thought, man, I Googled how to cook like soup beans. I thought you had to soak them for like a day, but I did. They're actually really good, so I'm making some chicken with them. So that's what you're hearing. Anyway, let's get to this. Here in Serbia, we're slowly getting back to normal, like you said, or like you said. Serbia is sitting at total cases 9,557. That's up 93 from yesterday. So that's one of the lowest bumps we've seen in a long time. We're currently at 197 deceased. That's up 4 from yesterday. God rest their souls. So we're just right around 200 folks. And America, man, you know, I just looking at that. Did you know America's at 1.1 million afflicted? The next closest country is Spain at 248,000. They're at 250,000. We're almost 1 million more than anybody else. And we only have 320 million people. You know, isn't that something? You know? Oof. Catastrophe. Anyway, what's going on here? Most important thing, we're getting back to normal, you know. We've got a slow return to normal. Not only is the cafes and restaurants, but factories are opening again today. It says here 400 companies resumed work. 42,000 workers are back at work today. And 2/3 of all small businesses are back making money and trying to support themselves and their families. This is something that I couldn't believe. It said rubber and large tire and rubber companies are back to work. There's one of the biggest here in Serbia is Tigar, and that's down in Pirot, Serbia. But it said there's 360 companies here that deal in rubber and tires and stuff. I had no idea it was that many. And it said there's over 1,800 textile companies here in Serbia. It said with 65,000 workers working at the textiles, they had been functioning, but the government here had them making masks and different PPE, personal protective equipment, but they're now back into making their trade, whatever it is. But that's a big, massive amount. I was unaware that there was that much manufacturing. Also, it said there's over 3,000 companies here in Serbia dealing in chemicals, the chemical industry, with over 50,000 employees. So still Serbia, for a small country, still has lots and lots of manufacturing jobs. So that's phenomenal. But almost all of them are back to work, which is great news for them, for the country. And also the country here has, they're no longer, kako se kaže, there's no block on exports, again, on any of those things like yeast and disinfection things, etc. So good deal. So Serbia's coming back. People are going to be able to feed their families. Thursday, the great news here. Right now, we're able to go out and do things, but all the restaurants and bars are closing at 5 p.m. because at 6 p.m. we must be at home, locked into our house. And that happens until Thursday. Thursday, it's over. They're going to release the state of emergency on Thursday, so that's excellent news. Then the bars are going to be open till whenever, 1 in the morning or whatnot. But they're still, as I said in the video from Horace Nargila Bar, the bartender said that inspections going around, they're actually making a presence in all these businesses, explaining, you need to maintain this distance. I asked him, I said, what are they going to do if you don't? Are they going to come and inspect? He said, I don't know. But they did stop by. I don't know what the penalty will be if they have people less than 2 meters apart, or if you have a big group. I don't know what they're going to do, but people were good today. I saw that in the city. I saw one little group of about 4 people sitting together, but that's about the biggest that I noticed. So anyway, Thursday, the state of emergency is over. Also, Aleksandar Vučić said they met with all the political leaders, and they said that the new elections are either going to take place on June 14th or June 21st. Vučić said he's ready, he's all in for June 14th. So anyway, that's coming up very soon. Just in a few weeks, you're going to see the elections here. What else is significant here? I think I had something else that was slightly... something else that happened yesterday, and I don't like to discuss, I'm not going to say any names, but a friend of mine passed away in the USA. Just really tragic news. I mean, not an extremely close friend of mine, but a friend I used to go out with every once in a while that I used to work with. He passed away in a car accident, actually. So yesterday I wasn't, and that was right after I uploaded the video, so that was just great. I got a message from my mama. So tragic news. God rest his soul. And it's really bad here. That's the worst thing about being a member of the diaspora, living outside your country. Even if I could go home, I wouldn't go home for that funeral because it's no, I wouldn't, because it would be very expensive and it would just take time and everything. But just really tragic to live on the other side of the world. I've had lots of folks pass away while I'm here, like a really close friend of mine, my aunt, my great aunt, 2 other friends of mine, or we're coworker friends. I use the word friend kind of lightly, broadly. Anyway, it sucks because you're over here, and to go home it's expensive and it's hard, and now I couldn't if I wanted to, What else is going on? Today is May 4th, 1980, is 40 years ago today. Josip Broz Tito passed away. And Josip Broz Tito, he died, he was 88 years of age. He was in charge, he ran this country more or less from 1945 until his death in 1980. Not this country, the whole region, Yugoslavia. And I posted something about him on Facebook today, and that's the thing that sucks, half the people comment, oh, he was the best thing that's ever happened to Serbia. Our standards of living were great. You didn't have to worry about a paycheck. You could go on vacation. You could guaranteed a job. The other half said, oh, he's the worst thing ever. He's same as Adolf Hitler. He killed more Serbs than Adolf Hitler. That's the thing. I end up deleting it because it's just that way. I am not choosing sides politically when it comes to Serbia. I just read interesting things about your country. And I know it's very divisive. When it's Draža Mihailovic's birthday, I'll post about it. When it's Slobodan Milosevic's birthday, I'll post about it. When it's Vucic's, I'd post about it. I mean, it's something significant that's going on in the country. Okay, I don't care if you love Tito or you hated him, or you loved Milosevic, or you hated him, or you loved Mihailovic and you hated him. It doesn't matter. I just post about that because it's significant news of the day. Okay, but anyway, Tito at his funerals, one of the big, massive event. It said over 200 foreign dignitaries from countries all over the world, from 107 countries, attended his funeral. It was broadcast on RTS probably, or whatever was it still called RTS at that time? Radio and Television Serbia? I don't know, whatever. Probably Yugoslavian. I don't know. But it said 107 countries, delegates, presidents, kings, whatnot were there to pay their respects for Tito. Jimmy Carter, they were good friends. They had a great relationship. Tito and Jimmy Carter, he was president at the time. He did not attend due to scheduling conflicts, but his mother actually showed up to pay their respects for the United States of America. What else? May 7th, here in a couple days, the Serbian government is going to start paying out those 3 minimum salaries to employees of small and medium-sized and micro-sized businesses here in Serbia. It said the government received 237,000 applications from small businesses, micro businesses from all around Serbia for that assistance. So 237,000 businesses need assistance. It said that they're going to pay 750 euros up to 1.1 million people. That's a lot of money for Serbia's budget, but that's going to start on the 7th. Djilas was in the news. I don't know if you saw his little interview he did from the streets. I guess the other day, lots of protesters were showing up in front of his door, screaming, chanting, he's a liar and all this stuff, terrifying his kids. They were in front of his apartment building. Him and Sergei Trifunovic both made statements about that yesterday. But Djilas said his kids were crying. They scared his kids. They said if these people can be out, these pro-government, pro-Srpska napredna stranka folks can be out during curfew, so can we. He said, if they come again, I will defend myself, is what he said. And some of the statements by Trifunovic were very, somewhat aggressive, it sounded like. But he said he's not advocating violence, but he said, I forget the term he used, you can't stop a tank with a flower, I think is what the translation was. Something similar to that. Don't quote me, but look it up. And lastly, Red Star. Here in Serbia, you've got the 2 biggest football clubs and sport clubs are Partizan and Red Star. Football today, practices started again. It said Red Star and 15 other first division clubs are back in training. It said Wednesday they're going to try to decide. They've sent out to even the second league and everything how they're doing a poll to see how people want to proceed, how the clubs want to proceed, especially second league if they want to cut the season in half or whatnot. And they're going to do it by majority wins. But they've been off for 2 months now, so they're all happy to be back together. It said competition could possibly start by the end of May or early June. And currently Red Star tops the first division by 69 points with 26 games under their belt. And they're 11 points more than Red Star tops the first division with 69 points. Yeah, 11 more points than Partizan currently. And you know what? That's it, my friends. I don't know if you can tell, but I just got a headache like hell. So I'm going to go lay down for a minute. I got a call tonight with my friends in Wisconsin. We're going to have a call at 8 o'clock to see how I'm going to assist their company. That's something else I'm going to start doing, hopefully. Dace ball going to work out well. I'm going to lay down, take a little nap before that, and eat my chicken and my beans. I don't know how good that's going to go together, but anyway, I can't wait to eat those beans. I like beans, and I was proud of myself for being able to make them. You know, a couple times I've tried soup beans. Maybe I just didn't cook them long enough because they were really hard, but these are really, I got them absolute perfection, you know. So anyway, don't be around me tomorrow. It'll be rough. I'm going out tomorrow with one of my favorite bartenders here, or waiters here, good friend of mine. We're going to go out and sit by the K and drink. What do we got here? Opa! Hey, that's my thing from the king. That's my, every year I get that invitation to the Slava of Gospodin Karađorđević. We're going to sit out by the water and drink a couple beers and enjoy our freedom. Anyway, my friends, that's it for me. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you later. I don't know if I'll make a video tomorrow. We're becoming free, but I'll be in touch 2 days at least. Ciao, ciao.